A very warm welcome to all of the spectators viewing this game here today at Sportscast India. We're in Gallic at the EMS Corporation Stadium here in Kozhikode. 32 degrees, rather warm and humid, as you can see on the screen. It's Lakhshadweep against the hosts, Kerala, in what, we envisage is going to be a one-sided encounter, but you never know in the world of football. Surprises galore happen all the time, and this could very well be a tricky opposition for the hosts, Kerala. Lakhshadweep, of course, and Kerala share a common bond. Many people from Kerala emigrated to Lakhadweep and so forth. So there is some sort of symbiotic connection between both of these places, the Union Territory of Lakhadweep and the state of Kerala, of course. We are going to be witnessing this game. Just a reminder, 10-1 was the score in the morning game between Railways and Pondicherry. Of course, Railways won that game by 9 goals. Now, let's see what this match has in store for us. First, we're going to be talking to both of the coaches. Here they are now.
നല്ലൊരു മൂഡിലാണ് പിള്ളേർ നിൽക്കുന്നത്. ഇന്നലത്തെ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഈവനിങ് സെഷൻ വാസ് ഗുഡ്. എല്ലാവരും ലൈവാണ്, എല്ലാവരും റെഡിയാണ്. മാച്ച് ടഫാണ്, വി നോ ദാറ്റ്, ബട്ട് സ്റ്റിൽ നമ്മൾ ജയിക്കാൻ കളിക്കും. 3 പോയിൻ്റായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പോകാൻ ശ്രമിക്കും.
Today's Kerala facing to the Lakshadweep. Today I think it's going to be very tough match because the Lakshadweep played very good match against the Pondicherry. Definitely we will go for the 3 points. We will focus on it, our win only. Thank you.
So, smart words from both of the coaches. They're going for the win. Lakhshadweep, of course, the Pondicherry manager said the same thing, and they ended up losing 10-1. So they have to be careful here today, Lakhshadweep, not to concede early on. The longer they keep Kerala, the favourites, at bay, the more pressure will be on Kerala to try and sneak a goal past them. So if Kerala score early on in the first 5-10 minutes, then you can see the floodgates opening. That's for sure. So, Lakhshadweep starting 11, Shafiq, Navas, Sainul Abid, Abo Shamin Bilal, Mohammed Tafruk, Sa Aduhin, KK, Mohammed Nizamuddin, Mohammed Shehabuddin, Abdul Fattah, and Mohammed Sharif. On the bench, Javad Khan, Mohammed Azshar, Mohammed Rafid, Abdul Hashim, Mohammed Shamas, Mohammed Faisal Khan, Mohammed Shamir, Mohammed Bilal, Shafiq, and Mohammed Abu Bakr. Team coach Feroz Sharif. And for Kerala, the favourites for this game, we have a pretty decent lineup here for Kerala today. We're going to come back to that now, as you see some of the warm-up routines for the goalkeepers there. So for Kerala, we have Hajmal in goal, Sanju G, Manoj, Ghani Ahmed Nigam, of course, Nasib Rahman, Adil Aman, Mohammed Masharaf, Nijo Gilbert, Mohammed Riyas, Mohammed Ashal, and Mohammed Arshaf. On the bench, Mohammed Niyas, Joseph Justin, Mohammed Aslam, Mohammed Roshal, Christy Davis, Sajish Shijin, Arjun Salman Kaliat, Mohammed Rishad, and Mohammed Azhar. A lot of players in this Kerala lineup, in this Kerala squad, with I-League and ISL experience. Salman Kaliat, of course, played plenty of years for Gokulam Kerala and Kerala United. Ghani Ahmed Nigam played in the ISL and has also played for Gokulam Kerala. Nijo Gilbert. You have a lot of good quality players in this Kerala lineup, which is going to be quite interesting, to say the least, how they fare against the underdogs in Lakhshadweep. My name, of course, is Joel Williams. I'm going to be your commentator for this particular game today between Lakhshadweep Islands, the Union Territory of Lakhshadweep Islands, a beautiful part of the world, of course, sun-kissed and plenty of beaches, scuba diving and snorkeling, and, well, it's just an amazing place to visit if you do have the chance to visit, of course. And the state of Kerala, God's own country, playing at home here in the EMS Corporation Stadium in Kozhikode, Calicut, the gastronomical capital of Kerala. Amazing biryani, amazing food here in this part of the state, in this part of the world. And well, we are here, of course, in Sportscast India, the home of plenty of football activity throughout the whole calendar year. And for now, we are focused on this group of the Santosh Trophy. Again, this prestigious national tournament which recognizes the best state for footballing credentials here in India. So, predictions, please. The live chat is available for all of you guys, fans on our YouTube channel. Do drop a prediction below on the chat. If you want to entertain, if you want to have an engagement with myself, the commentator Joel Williams, you're more than welcome to do so. Hashtag Ask the Commentator. I don't speak Malayalam, even though I've lived in Kerala for 7 years already. I am from the tiny, tiny country of Gibraltar, who just recently drew against Moldova. We drew against San Marino. Well, we are that kind of level at the moment. Finished second in our Nations League Group D qualifiers. We have to play either Luxembourg or Azerbaijan to go up to the League C. So that is where I'm from. Tiny, tiny Gibraltar, just 3.5 square miles. Currently living in Thiruvananthapuram. Made Kerala my home for the last 6 years and a half. It's a beautiful part of the world, beautiful part of India. That is why they call it God's own country. So, EMS Corporation Stadium, Calicut. Lakhshadweep against Kerala. Lakhshadweep in blue, Kerala are in purple. So we are all set now as both handshakes are concluding for both of these sides. Like I have said already previously, hashtag Ask the Commentator on our YouTube channel. If you want to have an engagement with myself, we are all set for this particular game. Abin Anand Django is saying, Joel, let's go. Joel Williams, cheers for that, my friend. Pleasure to have you here in our feed here at Sportscast India for this crunch game between these two sides. Lakhshadweep have to win to stand a chance of making it through. And what an upset that would be if they do manage to get a win in today's game. It would be an upset for the ages, to be fair. They are heavy underdogs in this particular game. And of course, Kerala, the favourites, not just perhaps for this game, but for the tournament. Ritesh Parsekar, the referee, Yuvraj Anantari, Vashan Kumar, and Vishal complete the refereeing quartet. So as I was saying, Kerala not just favourites for this game or for this group, they are favourites for the entire competition, or at least one of the favourites. You do, of course, have to count in the likes of Karnataka, the likes of Maharashtra, the likes of Delhi, the likes of Punjab, who are always there and thereabouts, and of course, the northeastern states. So there's a lot of potential for Kerala to go deep and long in this tournament, as they usually do. Last year was not their campaign, was it? It was a bit of a makeshift team, and it was not particularly pleasing to the eye for a lot of Kerala fans, myself included. The Lakhshadweep Football Association YouTube channel has commented on Sportscast India. Let's get the job done, boys. Well, all the very best to Lakhshadweep Football Association, and all the very best, in danger of sounding partial, to the Kerala Football Association for this particular game today that we are bringing you live, of course, in Sportscast India, the home of Indian sports, not just football, of course, boxing, shooting, pistol rifling, judo, we have volleyball, we have cricket, we have hockey, tennis, and of course the beautiful game that is football. Kerala kick us off here today at the EMS Stadium in Calicut, Kozhikode. 32 degrees, 89% humidity. It's a very warm and sticky afternoon. Just a reminder, Railways absolutely demolished Pondicherry this morning by 10 goals to 1. They were absolute savages in that game today. Here come Kerala early on, cleared away though by Lakhshadweep. So early pressure there by the men in purple. Cleared away though by Lakhshadweep. You can already see the pattern that this game is going to be taking almost instantly. All of the Lakhshadweep players are sitting back except the striker, who's going to be playing up front all by himself. Mami, number 17. Love some of these Lakhshadweep names. Here come Kerala though, cross coming in and good defending by the men in blue, the men from the islands, the Union Territory of Lakhshadweep. If you haven't been there before, I do suggest, instead of flying all the way to the Maldives or to other different places around the world, give Lakhshadweep a try. It is absolutely mesmerizing. Ball now for Kerala. Corner kick for the men in purple. It's going to be an outswinger. Set piece specialist, of course, Nijo Gilbert to take that, but that was not the best of corners. Ball back again with Kerala once again, but that's nice football there by Lakhshadweep on the counter-attack now. That will be the game plan, I believe, for the men from the Union Territory, Lakhshadweep from the islands. Sit back deep, defend, and then try and hit Kerala on the counter as best as it possibly can. 2 minutes in, 0-0. And at least it lasted longer than Pondicherry did against the Railway side. It's going to be an offside there for Kerala, against Kerala. But as a coach myself, you can already see the pattern of this game. Lakhshadweep, like I said before, sitting deep and just waiting for Kerala to press them and to come forward. And then perhaps with a bit of luck and a little bit of God's magic, they will be able to find a way past this very stubborn and sturdy and well-organized Kerala side. One thing I have to notice is, I know it's a work day and I hope Sunday more people will flock to the ground at the 3:30 game between Kerala and Pondicherry, but there's very few people at the ground here in the EMS Stadium in Calicut. That is something that definitely has to improve as Sunday comes. Sunday's not a working day, so I do hope that Sunday more of the fans decide to come to the ground to watch the spectacle of the Santosh Trophy. It is one of the biggest national tournaments in India. It's a prestigious tournament, which over the past few years has been going abroad for the final group stages, final matches. So I do urge and encourage, if you are in the Calicut area, or even in Malappuram, or even in Ernakulam, and you have a Sunday off and you're not knowing what you want to do with your life, guys, come down to the EMS Stadium on Sunday, watch the game live, and see how Kerala can actually play football in live with your own very eyes. It's always good to have you fans here at the YouTube channel, which we provide obviously free streaming and live commentary, but it's a different feeling to watch the game live at the ground. You can take your own drink, your own water bottles, your own Cokes and Pepsis. You can take your peanuts, your samosas and your bhajis and eat whilst you're watching the game of football. It really is a unique experience, to be honest. It's going to be a free kick now there for Lakhshadweep. I got a lot of good experiences myself in the EMS Stadium. Done commentary here for the I-League before in the past. Obviously, visit the EMS Stadium whenever Gokulam used to have a game over here. Now, of course, they've shifted their base of operations to Malappuram, so that would be a little bit tougher for me to go and watch and visit them. But it's always good to have good, strong clubs in the state of Kerala, of course. Plenty of them rising through the ranks. Of course, Blasters, Gorkulum, Kerala United, and so many more that, of course, I'm going to be forgetting at the moment. The KPL second division has just finished. The Kerala Super League has also just finished with Calicut FC, the champions. They played their home games here in the EMS Stadium in Calicut. Oh, and that's the first goal for Kerala. Bit of a mistake there from the goalkeeper, Nani for Lakhshadweep. Is that going to be a goal, or is the referee blown for a free kick? I think that's going to be a goal. And why is it going to be? It cannot be a yellow card. It cannot be a yellow card because the advantage has already been given, and the goal has already been given, hasn't it? Then you can't give him a yellow card, surely. See a replay of that again. That was a superb acrobatic finish there for Kerala. I'll have to wait and see who it was. But it's already 1-0 now for the men in purple. Quick start to this game, and just like I predicted early on, if Kerala score the first goal early on, then it's going to be very, very tough for Lakhshadweep to get anything from this particular game, to be fair. And of course, the Kerala assistant head coach is one of my very good friends, Harry Benny. So if you do watch this this game back on repeat, Harry, wishing you all the very best in your stint with the Kerala Santosh Trophy team, my friend. The great legendary Harry Benny. Ball now for Lakhshadweep. Ball played forward, cleared away though by number 4. That is Manoj for Kerala. This is number 15 now. This is Adil Amal. So ball again now for Kerala, 9 minutes into this game. That's number 10 there, that's Ghani Nigam. That's another delightful ball through for Kerala. Cuts inside, gets inside the box, cuts it back, and it's 2. Well, this is going to be another one-sided affair, isn't it? It's already 2-0, and I'm pretty sure what the coach for Kerala said before, that it's going to be a tough game. Well, I'm sure he was trying to be complimentary of Lakhshadweep. But it's already 2-0 inside 9 minutes, and this has the potential to once again reach double figures like that Pondicherry game against Railways. So, 2-0 inside 9 minutes. The goal scorer there, Rahman and Ash Sal. So, 2 goals already in this match. And this is going to be another long afternoon for Lakhshadweep Islands, for the minnows. It's going to be a hell of a long afternoon, if I'm going to be very honest with you guys. And I'm pretty sure he was just being complimentary with Lakhshadweep. You cannot come out and say in a press conference you're going to beat them 8 or 9-0. You cannot just say that, can you? As a coach myself, you'd never do that. Because then if you do somehow manage to lose, you'll be you'll be entitled to the sack. But he knows. The players know. We know that this game is a bit of a disproportionate match between these two sides. Kerala, of course, have a rich history and tradition in the Santosh Trophy. They've won it a good number of times. Lakhshadweep, though, making their own way in this beautiful game, this beautiful tournament, the Santosh Trophy. Ball now once again with the goalkeeper now for Kerala, Hachmal. IVY saying whenever you're saying commentary in Kerala's game, it has always been one-sided because the games usually are very one-sided, aren't they? I mean, if it's a tough game, I didn't do the Railways game because obviously I was not available for that match, but it would have been a very tight game and I would have called it fair and even down the centre. But when you have such a lopsided game and a lopsided encounter, like we saw this morning between Railways and Pondicherry, which ended up in a 10-1 win. I mean, we kind of know it was going to end up like that. Don't we? I did say at the very beginning of the game, perhaps you were not here, Mr. Ivy, that if Lakshadweep managed to hold on for the initial 30, 35, 40 minutes, then Kerala would be in a little bit of trouble because, momentum will be with Lakshadweep. But if they scored inside the first 5 minutes, then the floodgates would open. And that is exactly what's happening. 2 goals inside 13 minutes. It's not being a one-sided commentator. It's just calling the game for what it is. It's just stating the facts. And the facts is, it's a very lopsided game. One team is a title contender, and the other team will be in the basement contender, alongside Pondicherry. So it's not being unfair. It's just stating what it is. Ball gets played in, and that goes straight out for a goal kick for Kerala. Lufty TP, today's Gokulam Kerala first match. What is your thoughts? I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what is going to happen with the I-League. The broadcasting, there was a bit of an argument last night. A lot of tweets, a lot of Twitter action, and a lot of controversy surrounding those broadcasting rights in the I-League and stuff like that. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening with the I-League. I think there's been some sort of agreement overnight in the morning whereby, there's going to be Sony are going to be broadcasting the games. I'm not sure what's happening there. And I don't want to comment any further other than what is a fact already. I won't give my own opinion with regards to this. Don't want to land myself in hot water unnecessarily, that's, I might say. But yeah, I mean, not having proper broadcasting rights just a day before the actual season starts smells a bit funky, doesn't it? Smells a bit fishy, to be fair with you. And better organization has to happen, to be very honest with you guys. you can't delay until the very last second to have everything set up and in order. You have to have those things already done weeks or months in advance, because you need to give the clubs time to prepare for their sponsors and stuff like that. So I don't know, to be very honest, what's going to happen with the I-League. Shifting back to this game, though, Kerala are in control, in total possession. That's Ghani. That's again a nice overlapping run there, but good patience there by the defender to clear the ball away. Number 77, that is Hafsha. That's a ball now for the Kerala State team, the Santosh Trophy Kerala side. Always a team with bags of experience. Like I mentioned before, players have played in the I-League and the ISL. Ghani Nigam, of course, played in the I-League and ISL. And Salman Galiad has played in the I-League before and in the KPL. Of course, Nijo Gilbert, even though he plays for KSCB, which is a departmental team, they, of course, cannot qualify for I-League and stuff like that. But he's proven time and time again that he's a player that can easily play in the I-League or ISL if someone takes a gamble on him. I mean, he's a quality player, Nijo Gilbert. So there's a lot of quality, and also between the stick. Hajmal, of course, is also a very, very good and experienced goalkeeper. They have a lot of good players, this Kerala side. It wouldn't surprise me if they make it through to the final group stages and then push on from there. Same as Tamil Nadu this campaign. They have a lot of ex-I-League and ISL players playing for the Tamil Nadu side. So again, it wouldn't surprise me to see them uh, make it through and put a big fight up. It's always more or less the same culprits, isn't it? Kerala, Punjab, Maharashtra, Delhi, some departmental sides and the railways and stuff like that, and the northeastern sides. Who can forget the likes of Mizoram and Assam and you know. There's so many, Manipur, of course, so many good quality sides in this Santosh Trophy that it's always going to be very tough to pick a winner. It's going to be very tough to pick the top 8 to qualify for the final group stages or the top 10, let alone a winner. So it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in this edition of the Santosh Trophy. Lakhshadweep now with the ball, intercepted by Kerala. He's one-on-one with the keeper, but doesn't have the pace to take the ball forward, but recovers it again. Chance here now for Kerala. Chance for a third goal. Surely over the bar. So 19 minutes in this match, we've already seen two goals for Kerala. And they are dominating this encounter at the moment against Lakhshadweep. Ball gets played in. Another corner kick taken short there by Kerala. 2v1, cross coming in, keeper palms it away, chance! Good save! What a goal on the rebound. And it's 3-0 now for Kerala. Now. That was a very calm, cool finish. And it's all so simple for the men in purple. All Lakhshadweep had to do was hold on for the initial 25-30 minutes, apply a little bit of pressure on this Kerala side. They failed to do that. 3-0 after 20 minutes. And Kerala, well, look, it's a foregone conclusion, isn't it? The gap between these two sides is so huge. It's so big that you can only envisage the game continuing in this manner, in this pattern, and Kerala scoring a hatful of goals. That's the only way this game is going to go. There's no other option. There's no other possibility at the moment. And if Lakhshadweep somehow, through some hand of Fatima miracle or Lord's miracle, managed to find 3 goals in this game, I will eat my hat. I really would, on live TV, and that's not going to happen, so there you go. It's going to be another lopsided, one-sided affair here in this group. Just a suggestion, maybe. Well, no, it can't be a suggestion, can it? I was going to think, why don't we have like the Asian qualifiers have? They have qualifying games, right? Before you reach to the World Cup qualifiers or you reach the Asian Cup qualifiers. You have the likes of Bhutan play Pakistan and all these other smaller teams. Macau play Guam and so forth. Why can't we have the same thing in a Santosh Trophy? Have a home and away tie. Or a game in a neutral area. Just a home and away game in a neutral area. And then decide some of these smaller states to make it through. I know it's gonna perhaps, but it just stops them from getting beat like this. Just stops them from getting absolutely hammered every single time they play against these bigger sides. I mean, what can you take back home from losing 10-1 against Railways? You really can't take nothing home from that, can you? Yeah, you scored a consolation goal, but what can you really take home from that? There's nothing positive from that. You can't really, as a coach, you can't really say anything positive about it. So instead of having that kind of matchups where it's so lopsided, you can have like the Asian qualifiers too, and perhaps have the smaller union territories or the smaller states, fight it out first, and then 2 of those or 3 of those can qualify from those matchups, and then it gets divided into groups. I mean, just an idea, perhaps to consider one day. And then those teams that win and those teams that qualify, they will have something to fight for. They will have something to cheer about. And they will progress naturally. Another ball in for Kerala now. To the back post. That goes behind for a throw-in for Kerala. Ball once again now for the men in purple, the home team really, even though they're in away here today at the moment, but they are the home team, playing in home conditions, the EMS Stadium, which many of these players from Kerala would know already. That's another beautiful ball in, chance for a 4th. Unfiltered corner is saying, I didn't know that Lakhshadweep also play football. Well, my friend, football is a universal sport played by all people of all ages, from all walks of life, from every single corner of this planet Earth. It is such a popular sport, then, well, even those people that don't like football ultimately end up having a soft spot for it. Another cross coming in for Kerala. And of course, Lakshadweep's no different. They have a very strong connection to Kerala, of course. A lot of Malayalis living in Kerala, in Lakshadweep, settled over there over the decades and years. And the connection is obviously there between Lakshadweep and Kerala and football, and it is the popular sport in the islands, the Union Territory. By the way, a beautiful, beautiful part of the world to be and to and to and to visit if you get the chance to do it. You can either get a flight from Kochi direct to Agati, or you can get a ship all the way to Agati also, or Karavati, sorry, and it's absolutely amazing. If you like a Maldives kind of scenery where you have the beaches and you have the palm trees and you have, but with tremendous peace and serenity, then Kerala is Lakshadweep is the way to go. It really is. Beautiful part of India. Ball now again for Kerala. Ball again now for Lakshadweep, now defending and hitting Kerala on the counter attack. Still haven't managed to materialize any chances in this game. And they're not going to get any chances if they're playing like that. That's a decent ball in though. Chance! Oh! Hit the post. Well, that could have been, or that was, the opening that Mamu needed for Lakshadweep Islands. What a chance that was. He just needed a little bit of composure there. But for the first time in the game, we're seeing that Lakshadweep, if they want, can play football, and Kerala are not infallible at the back. That was a pretty decent chance there for Lakshadweep. Victor is saying, Joe, what do you think about the Nagaland team? Well, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing the Nagaland side. I know they lost to Assam today by 2-0. So that's a very, or 3-0, sorry. That's not the best result it is for Nagaland, is it? Chance here though for Kerala, good save by the keeper. So it's going to be a little bit tough for Nagaland to qualify for the next round. It's a shame. Obviously, all of you guys know already that I have a strong connection with Nagaland, even if I'm not from Nagaland. But they lost today to Assam, which is not the result they needed. Here come Kerala again, looking for a fourth goal to put some more distance between themselves and the Union Territory of Lakhshadweep. "29 minutes in. It's an easy gather there for the goalkeeper, Hajmal. Ankit and Karin VP are asking me where I'm from. I'm from Gibraltar, the tiny little country of Gibraltar, a British overseas territory, but we do play football in UEFA. We have the ignominy of getting hammered by France 14-0, but we drew against Wales 6 months ago, 0-0. We drew against Moldova this past week. We drew against San Marino. We beat Liechtenstein. We beat Malta recently. So we're on a 7-match unbeaten run. Just to put it into context, and not for it to sound wrong, but we've won more games in 2024 than India. And that is a big statement to say. 30 minutes in, 3-0 for Kerala. They're going to make a substitution here. Helian Dekar saying Joy's from Nagaland. Well, I can confirm I'm not from Nagaland. And Zain Zainan is saying your English is too good. Well, I do have a British passport, mate. Even though I'm Gibraltarian. But Gibraltarians are, at the end of the day, an extension of the British family. Illegal Homestay is saying, Joel, can they play friendly with India? Well, I surely hope one day that can happen. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? To see both the countries I love so much playing it out against each other. Joel Benny is saying our Indian team winless in this year. Well, it's it happens sometimes, guys. It happens. You gotta just keep on believing. So substitution for Kerala. Popoko's Longshi saying, where do we watch the Nagaland games? I'm sorry to say, I got absolutely no clue. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo where to watch the Nagaland games. Srivind will never lost 14-0 to France. No, you haven't. But you never drew against Wales either. A fully fledged Wales 0-0. And you've never beaten San Marino 3 times. Or Liechtenstein 3 times. Or Andorra 2 times. Or drawn against Moldova 1-1. Well, there you go. Yeah, it was Nagaland against Meghalaya today. Meghalaya won 3-0 today, I'm sorry to say. For all the Nagaland fans. Ball again now for Kerala. It's going to be a foul there. Oh, there's a bit of an injury. For number 25 of Lakhshadweep, Shuhab. Bit of a collision. And he's going to be needing a substitute. I'm pretty sure he just said to himself, well, we're going to get hammered here. Might as well take a break. Joel Benny, do you do commentary in I-League? I used to do it until, well, all the I-League commentary was taken over by a city in West Bengal. And that now is out of the picture, I'm afraid. Korean VP, Gibraltar is a country in Europe. It is indeed. It's a British overseas territory in the southern tip of Spain. British territory. We have our own parliament, our own ministers, our own everything. So, there you go. Zain Zamin is saying, do you do commentary in ISL? No, I don't. I never have. And for the time being, I believe I never will. Ball now again for Kerala. "35 minutes into this game. 3-0 for the men in purple, the men from God's own country. The ball goes behind. Midun Josie is saying, I'm liking the way number 12 and number 16 of Kerala are playing. Well, they are Rahman and Musharraf, the defender and the midfielder. They are very. I mean, Midland Joe's in reply to your comment. In reply to your comment, I know we've had our differences on Twitter, now called X, but despite that, um, I do believe you're right. This Kerala side is a very strong side, of course, with a lot of I League and ISL experience. Gani Nigam played in the ISL and played in the I League for Gokulam. Salman Kaliat on the bench has played I League football. Nijo Gilbert could easily play in any I League side if he wanted to, and any could get a chance in ISL if he wanted to. He does work for a department side, so it's quite complicated for him to get time off to do football, to play football professionally. Um, it is quite interesting. Still just 3-0. I just say still because this could have very well been a 4 or 5-0 already. That's good strength there shown by number 9. That is Sajish. Another good chance here for Kerala now. Cuts inside, looking for options, cuts back outside, cross coming in to the edge, and that's 4. There you go. Just as easy as 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Kerala 4, Lakhshadweep 0. Very simple game at the moment now for Kerala. Midun Joes is saying that's just Kerala Blasters banters. It is indeed, my friend. I hope it stays like that. Stephen is saying it was a very inexperienced Wales side. My friend, all of those Wales team players play either in the Premier League or in the Championship. None of the Gibraltar players play there. They all play in the local league. We have one player playing in the conference for Braintree Town called Louis Annesley. We had one player playing in League One called TJ Debar, who played for Wycombe Wanderers. He's now back in Gibraltar with the champions Lincoln. We have one player playing for Wycombe at the moment who's on loan at Alfreton Town in Conference South or North, I believe. His name is Jayden Bartolo. So that is the kind of players that we have. And even though the Wales team, as you rightly pointed out, is inexperienced, or was inexperienced for that game, they all play in the Premier League or in the Championship. So there really isn't an excuse to draw against the number 197 side in Gibraltar. If you don't mind me saying, I hope that explains the situation. Zain Zaman, do you know Shaiji Damodaran? Yes, I do. Very good friend of mine, very good guy. Shaiji Damodaran, with his raspy, graspy voice. Pretty sure you guys like him when he does the Malayalam commentary for the ISL. He's a legend in his own right, Shaiji. Number 5 now, this is Sanju for Kerala. Shahul Nazim, the commentator, is Noel. No, it's not Noel. It's not Joel. It's not Jurel. It's not anything of the sort. It's Joel. Joel, my friend. Ball now for Kerala once more. Looking for a fifth. He's on. He's on. He's on. He's on like Donkey Kong. Here he comes again. Cuts inside. Good tackle, though, by Lakhshadweep defense. They're keeping it down to 4. Oh, Kerala got us get a fifth here. Look at the pace shown there. Cross coming in. Oh, what a miss that is. What a miss that was. Cleared away by Lakhshadweep once more. It's going to be a foul. Illegal Homestay, I think they can beat India easily. I don't think we can, really. I think we can give them a game, definitely we can give them a game. But beat them easily, I wouldn't go as far as saying that. I really wouldn't. It's going to be a corner kick now. Cartoon and Gaming's, how are you looking at San Marino performance? How much have they developed? If you keep on playing against teams of a similar rank to you, and you win games and you draw games, you're going to get confidence, aren't you? That was San Marino's first ever away win in their whole lives against Liechtenstein this past week. So it just goes to show. Cross coming in from Lakhshadweep. Cleared away though by Kerala. And now they can hit them on the counter attack. It's 1-on-1. Good defending though. So a bit of an injury break here. It is 4-0 for the men in purple. Ball now with number 4 from Kerala, Manoj. Nice looking ball. Another chance here for Kerala. Ah, good defending though by Lakhshadweep. That was solid. Another chance here though for Kerala now. Again gets to the byline, crosses it in, cleared away by Lakhshadweep. This is what they've been doing all throughout the game. Just defending. The different onslaughts from this Kerala side. Here they come once more. And that shot goes just wide. So just a minute left of this first half. It is 4-0 now for Kerala, the goal scorers. I'm just going to get a confirmation here. Ashsal, Rahman, Sajish with the goals of 4 goals today. Ball back to the goalkeeper. Hajmal alert. And gathers the ball, clears it away. That's a delightful ball there by number 10. That is Gani Nigam. nutmeg. Oh, that was delightful there. Cross coming in. No, it isn't. Now it is. No, it isn't. Now it is. Punched away by the keeper. Chance again. Blocked. So we're into added on time in this game. "4-0 for the men in purple from the men from God's own country." Goalkeeper Nani for Lakhshadweep is playing relatively well here today. Five minutes of added on time in this first half. And you're winning 4-0. Oh, it's a bit of a overkill, isn't it? Here come Kerala again. Chance for a fifth. Good block again by Lakhshadweep. Oh, that's intercepted. Here come the men in blue. Trying to show his pace there. That's gone out for a corner kick. So corner kick now for Lakhshadweep. Cleared away though by Kerala. Just a couple of minutes left in this first half. One-way traffic here. Still even Manolo Marquez has just called the FIFA rankings a big hoax and a big lie. Doesn't really determine the level that you're in. And chance here for Kerala. The FIFA rankings is just one lame excuse by FIFA to just rank teams accordingly, but it doesn't mean anything. The European qualifiers are very tough. You have pretty much 35 teams that could make it into a World Cup and reach the last 16 if they needed to. It's a very competitive area of the world when it comes down to football qualifiers and so forth. And a team like Gibraltar, which only has 32,000 people, let's just say that, okay? 32,000 people, not even a lakh. It has 0.032 of a lakh of population. To be able to draw against Wales and Moldova and the likes of us, Armenia, beat them away in Yerevan and so forth, and that's a lot, isn't it? That goes to show that European football is not easy, my friend. So, corner kick now for Kerala. Last dying embers of this first half. It is 4-0 for the men in purple. Referee should really blow for the whistle now, really, shouldn't he? And he does now. It's half-time here in this game between Kerala and Lakhshadweep. 4-0. Time for a short break, my friends. I'll be back with you guys in around 12 minutes' time for the start of this second half. So we're back for the start of this second half between Lakhshadweep and Kerala. It is 4-0 for the Kerala side. It's been a relatively simple game so far for the men in purple, the home side, as you see the legendary Harry Benny sitting down there with his hat and his mustache. Legend in Kerala football. So 4-0. Rather simple affair at the moment for the men in red. And that's a fifth goal already inside 10 seconds of this second half. And well, when Kerala mean business, they really do. That was a cracking goal. Goalkeeper perhaps could have done something better from that. You're going to see a replay here. Goalkeeper should have saved that, really. What, 5-0? And already, La Manita, as we say in Spanish, when you score 5 goals, is already there. Kerala 5, Lakhshadweep 0. It's going to be a tough 45 minutes here for Lakhshadweep. Rishad, the goal scorer for Kerala. It's going to be a very, very tough 45 minutes. It really is. Ball again now for Lakhshadweep. So Rishad has just come on and he's already scored a goal. A cross coming in, easy enough there for Hachmal to just gather. Arjun has also come on for Nijo Gilbert, who didn't really have the best of games in these first 45 minutes. It's going to be a foul there for Lakhshadweep. Very simple game so far for the men in purple. Another poor free kick for Lakhshadweep, the Islanders. And Kerala can come forward again, looking to make it 6. That's a nice mazy run. Look at this goal, my word, what a pass. Chance here for number 6, blocked away. That was a nice mazy run there. Throwing for Kerala. Simple stuff. Cross coming in. Gets to the edge of the box. Cleared away though by Lakhshadweep. there by Lakhshadweep. Gets into the box. It goes out of play there for a goal kick for a That's a yellow card there for Kerala. Foul there on Mamu. Ball now for Lakhshadweep, and that goes absolutely nowhere. So, 53 minutes in this match, it's the tempo has significantly dropped. Even though every single time that Kerala want, they will be getting to the opposition half and creating chances and scoring goals. It's just a question of how much they want to raise the level here, Kerala, at the moment, because it's all them really. If they want to push it up to another level, they certainly can. Ball again now for Kerala. Plays it wide, and that goes out of play for a throw-in for Lakhshadweep. Goes behind for a throw-in for the men in purple. Another good ball now for Kerala, cuts back inside. Looking perhaps for that sixth goal. Cleared away by Lakhshadweep once more. Advantage, says the referee. Here come Kerala again. for Kerala. Overlapping run, 1-on-1 with the keeper, 6-0. As easy as that. Just as I was saying, if they want to increase their level, their tempo, they will, and they will score from that, because the gulf between these two sides is just too huge. It's too big. It's oh so simple. For Kerala at the moment. Yeah, they come once more. Can they make it 7? The answer is yes. 7-0. And this could very well be a absolute whitewash here today. It already kinda is, isn't it? So 7-0 for Kerala against Lakhshadweep. And here they come again. Can they make it 8? Another cross incoming here. Cleared away though by Lakhshadweep. Oh, that's beautifully done again. Nice penetrating pass. Oh, nicely done, nicely done. Gets to the byline. Oh, and the shot gets skied. So the gulf between these two sides, I've already said it before and I'll say it again. It's humongous, you can tell by the scoreline. Another cross coming into the back post, cleared away though by Lakhshadweep. Oh, it's just so easy. It's just so simple. Oh, good save by the keeper. That was a decent save by the goalkeeper there to deny the 8th goal for Kerala. We have around 32, 33 minutes left on the clock here. This could very well end up in double figures today, you know. Just like that Railways game ended up in a 10-1 double figure score digit. See, every single time Lakhshadweep tries to play the ball forward, they're just cornered, they're just stonewalled by a very solid Kerala defense. Ball again for Kerala. Oh, with the outside of his foot now. That is a tremendous pass into space. A good ball forward. That goes behind for a goal kick this time. For those of you that are saying that this number player or that player is good and all that kind of stuff, okay, I understand where you're coming from. But don't forget the opposition today that they're facing. Yes? If you're a half-decent player, playing against Lakhshadweep, you're going to look really good. But then against Railways or against a Karnataka side or a Delhi side or a Punjab side or a Bengal side or a Manipur side, you're going to look like a decent player, not a very good one, are you? So we have to be cautious as to how much we praise some of these players. Yes, they're good, don't get me wrong, but we have to see them play against top competitive teams, top competitive sides. And then you can make your judgment on that. Ball again for Kerala, easy enough there for Nani to get for Lakhshadweep. When it's a game of attack against defense, you can't really highlight anyone and say, wow, they are superb, they are an amazing player. You can show glimpses of it, but I want to see this in the next round against the top states. That will be interesting to see whether they can keep it up at the same level or not. So ball again now for Kerala. Seven 0 here, 65 minutes in, 25 minutes left at the EMS Stadium in Calicut. It's going to get thrown for the men in purple. guys are missing the point of what I'm trying to say. You cannot judge a set of players when they play against a team with such a different gulf of quality. Yes? You can only judge them when you go to the next round and you play consistently against top state teams. And then when they perform in those games, you can say, damn, that player is really good. Or wow, he's had a superb game, or incredible passing range. The fact of the matter is, Lakhshadweep are not pressing on the midfield. So, of course, a midfielder will find his passing range because it becomes easier. You have time on the ball. There's no pressing on the defense, so they can play out from the back. There is no pace down the flanks for Lakhshadweep. So, any little bit of pace from the winger, will be seen as wow. But then when you play against a top state team, and they do the same thing and they get past the fullback and they find that passing range and they get the finish and all these kind of things, then you can say superb player. Then you can say, wow, what a passing range, wow, what a pace, what a finish. Only then, at this moment in time, it's too early to judge this Kerala side. Even though they beat Railways by 1-0, let's not forget it was a tough competitive game, but you want to see more consistency like that. Although there's an old adage that say that you can only beat the team that's in front of you, and that is completely true. But still, like I said before, you want to see these same Kerala players show these same qualities against the likes of Bengal, against the likes of Punjab, against the likes of Karnataka, against the likes of those teams that are qualifying for the next round. I hope that kinda makes sense to you guys. If not, I don't know how else I can explain it to you. That's all I'm trying to say. No disrespect to Lakhshadweep, no disrespect to any Kerala player. Of course not. I would like to see these bunch of Kerala players raise their game against other opposition. And then we can judge them. Because last season they were the same in the group stages. They hammered everyone. And then they got through. And then they got through to the next stage. And they didn't qualify because they faced tougher opposition and they were not ready for it. So, like I said, it's all well and good winning against opposition that is on paper and on the field inferior to you in that regards, and hammering them like they've done to Lakhshadweep today, like they will probably do to Pondicherry in the next game. But then it's no good, is it, if you then start drawing or losing games against all the other teams of a similar range to you, similar level to you. So, that's what I'm trying to say, guys. I'm not criticizing anyone, or I'm not humiliating or making fun of anyone at all. Just trying to make a pretty valid point, if you ask me. As a coach myself, it's all well and good getting these 7, 8, 9-0 results, but then losing against Punjab in the next round. I mean, it is how it is. So, free kick now for Lakhshadweep. 69 minutes on the clock. It is 7-0 for Kerala, who have played, to be fair with all of you, they haven't really gone out of second gear, have they? There is much more to give from this Kerala side, and I'm sure of that. And I'm pretty sure that with more games under their belt in this competition, playing together as a team, they will be playing better in the next round, if they do manage to qualify for the next round, of course, which they stand a very good chance of doing that. Ball again now for Kerala at the back. Very little pressure being applied to by Lakhshadweep. Shoulders have dropped. And it's a walking pace game at the moment. for Kerala. Very little pressure being applied by Lakhshadweep, and the Kerala players can find their passing range easy. Ball again now for Kerala. You see, I made this point in the first half, and I'm going to try and make it again in the second half, just in case you guys didn't see it or didn't hear it in the first half. Um, the Santosh Trophy is a brilliant competition. It really is. Truly, honestly, it is. But you have a few teams, maybe 4 or 5 teams. You have the likes of Lakhshadweep and Andaman Nicobar Islands and Daman and Diu, Dadra Hagar Naveli and Pondicherry and so forth. 5 or 6 small union state territories, right? So why don't they play amongst themselves as a pre-qualifier like you have in the Asian competitions? The likes of Bhutan, the likes of Guam, the likes of Pakistan, the likes of Cambodia, the likes of Timor-Leste and all these teams. I think there's 6 teams. They play in a pre-qualifier to see who then can compete in the group stages for the uh, uh, um, World Cup qualifiers or Asian Cup qualifiers, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But something like that here would make kind of sense because then those smaller teams would play against each other. Imagine the confidence that Pondicherry got after beating Lakhshadweep by 3 goals to 2. But then the drubbing to that confidence after losing today 10-1 against Railways or Lakhshadweep today. As a coach myself, I put myself in the position of the Lakhshadweep coach or the Pondicherry coach. What do I tell those players at a halftime interval when you're losing 6-0? Or what do you tell those players after they've just lost 10-1 or 8-0 or 9-0 in this game? What do you tell them? How do you raise the morale and the confidence of those players? That, as a coach, is a tricky situation to face yourself in. So I'm just putting it out there. Wouldn't it be better to have a pre-qualifier, to have the likes of Lakhshadweep and Pondicherry and all these 4 or 5 or 6 union territories all in one group and say, okay, the top 2 will qualify for the next round of the Santos Trophy, which will be then in these normal groups that we have right now. And what that does for those smaller union state territories or teams, it gives them a chance to go on a winning streak. It gives them a chance to play against teams and states from their similar kind of level, which then makes it, as a coach, you can teach those players and those players can develop further because they're winning games, they're getting confidence, they're playing against a similar level opposition and they're learning from that. What are you going to learn when you lose 7-0 to Kerala or 10-1 to Railways? You're going to learn nothing. You're just going to go home dejected. So, food for thought. Maybe I'm completely wrong, or maybe there is some truth to what I'm saying. But either way, you can comment on it if you want on the YouTube chat that we have available for you guys. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I'm not afraid to also suggest different ways to improve the competition, which is obviously what we all want. We want to see competitive games of football. As neutrals, as fans, no one wants to see a 10-1 or a 7-0 or a 9-0. No one wants to see that. Not even the fans of the Kerala side really want to see this. Because, again, Kerala are learning nothing from this game. And the coach was complimentary of Lakhshadweep in the interview that he gave before the game. He was actually saying, "Look, it's going to be a tough game, but we knew deep down in our hearts it was not going to be a tough game for Kerala. It was going to be like this. It was going to be like the like the game we saw before this morning at 7:30 in the morning. Imagine waking up at 7:30 in the morning to play a game and losing 10-1. You're going to be sitting on that result for the whole day afterwards." Arun K, I completely understand what you're saying, my friend, but I'm not saying take these lesser union states or teams away from the competition. I'm saying give them a pre-qualifying competition. Have 6 teams in there. Have the likes of Lakhshadweep, the likes of Pondicherry, Daman and Diu, Dadra Hagar and Naveli. Have the likes of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Have those 5 or 6 teams competing in one group, and the top 2 will qualify for the next round, and then also stream that live group, so the scouts and the people interested in scouting for talents, people like myself, which I've done on a number of occasions, then they can see the team playing against players from their similar caliber, and they can make a judgment of that. How are you going to scout a Laxodweep player after they lost 7-0 to Kerala? who who are you going to scout? But if you see a Laxadweep player shine against Andaman and Nicobar Islands, against Pondicherry, against D&D, against Hagara Novelli, if you see them shine in those games, then you can say, wait a second, maybe he has the potential to shine at a higher level. But against Kerala, against Railways, how are they going to shine? And I'm talking about this uh, in support of the lesser teams. I want them to progress. We all want them to progress. Ball now for Lakhshadweep. Nice move there. Cuts inside. And eventually Kerala snuff out the attack, or do they? Ball gets played in, and yep, Srivan, no one wants to see a 7-0, 8-0, or a 14-0. That's why there is the Nations League, and that's why Gibraltar are in Group D. And that's why we get results against Liechtenstein, against Moldova, against Malta, because we're playing against teams of a similar caliber to us. That's my point, my friend. Just like you wouldn't put Bhutan to play Japan in a game for the World Cup qualifier, because Japan will completely annihilate them. Because it doesn't make any sense, does it? Anyways, back to this game, rant over. Just a small suggestion maybe that we can perhaps explore into the future. That's a delightful ball through. The goalkeeper makes a bit of a hash of that, and it's going to be 8-0. There you go. 8-0 for Kerala. And, well, easy peasy lemon squeezy. 8-0 for the men in purple after a dreadful mistake there by the goalkeeper. Confidence is low in the Lakhshadweep ranks. It's hit a rock bottom here, and, well, going back to this conversation I'm having with Srivand on our YouTube chat, where he says, you're right, no one wants to see 7-8-0 or 14-0. 14-0 is referring to France's drubbing of Gibraltar in the World Cup qualifiers or Euro Cup qualifiers, something like that. And I completely get it. But the fact is, um, Gibraltar over the last 7 games, and that's my home country, I'm just going to use this as a brief example. We are unbeaten in 7 games. We've drawn against Moldova, beat Andorra, beat Malta. We drew against Wales. All right. So when you play against teams of a similar position to you, you kind of get the confidence to go out into the pitch and say, okay, if we drew against Moldova, we can maybe somehow get a result against Bulgaria, a result against Northern Ireland. So you take it to the next level because you're playing against teams from your own level. So that means that you're getting results, you get a good feeling about yourself, and you improve naturally. If Gibraltar were always in a group with France, Netherlands, Portugal, and so forth, they would never learn anything. The fact is, we have the Nations League, which divides us into our respective quality. And then we can improve from that because we're playing and we're winning games and we're drawing and our confidence gets up. I'm suggesting exactly the same thing for the Santosh Trophy. Have a pre-qualifier with 5 or 6 of the smaller union territories and smaller states. And then top 2 get promoted. And that's it. But at least they get 4 or 5 competitive games amongst themselves where they can improve. That's the only way. It really is the only way. Otherwise, we're always going to see 8-0s and 9-0s and 10-0s. And that's not good for the sport or for the development. Ball now for Kerala again. Cross comes in. Another cross. Oh, that's 9-0. Ghani Nigam with the goal there. Ex-Gokulam player. Also, I believe he had a spell in the ISL, if I'm not mistaken. So it's 9-0 now for Kerala against Lakhshadweep. Ball again now for Kerala. Eight minutes left of this game. I really do hope sincerely the referee doesn't add any minutes on, because that would be, well, further pain for Lakhshadweep. And it's the last thing they kind of need at the moment. Foul there for Lakhshadweep now. Ball played forward for Lakhshadweep, cleared away by Kerala once more. So indeed, Sunil Dekan have taken the lead against Gokulam by 1-0. 6 minutes left in this game. Nice ball now for Kerala again. This is Ghani. Oh, nice back heel by the Calicut FC player. That goes behind for a corner kick. Another chance for Kerala to pile on the pressure on this Lakhshadweep backline. Ball gets played in. Back post. Decent enough palm away by the goalkeeper, Nani. And it's going to be yet another corner kick for Kerala. Third corner kick in succession. Oh, that could have been 10. Should have been 10. It isn't 10 though. Still 9. Nice football again there by Kerala. Cleared away though by Lakhshadweep. Oh, delightful ball through by Ghani Nigam again. Chance for a 10th. Oh, what has he done there? What was that? Was that a shot? Was that a cross? Not entirely sure what that was. But it definitely did not end up in the back of the net. Ball now once again for Lakhshadweep. It's going to be a goal kick for the men in blue. It's number 7 now for Kerala. Gets to the byline, cuts it back, 10-0. And just like that, double figures. Look at that. Easy finish there for Kerala once more. And really, I hope the referee doesn't add on any extra minutes here in this game because it's already 10. Look at the faces of the Lakhshadweep players. I mean, they're dejected, feeling sad, feeling low. I know I would be. So ball for Kerala once more. Five minutes of added on time. Referee, please. Please. Where is the common sense in all of this? I really, really ask myself that sometimes. Where is the common sense in all of that? 5 more minutes. For what? For what? Players can get injuries that are unnecessary. The Lakhshadweep players are dejected. They're not even running after the ball. Why? For this. And then we're going to play till minute 97, 98 because there's an injury. Oh my word. I mean, common sense at the end of the day is not very common, is it? 5 minutes when the game is already 10-0. It's a bit of an overkill, isn't it? My word. Now we're just going to be delayed here. Just blow the whistle. We're just going to be delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. And this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. My word. I understand if it's a tight game, a 1-1 or a 2-0 or a 2-1 or whatever. But if it's 10-0, what are you doing, referee? What are you doing, man? Yeah. Ball again now for Lakhshadweep. Ball played forward, Kerala have possession again. Here come Lakhshadweep now. Cross coming into the back post, and that's going to get cleared away by Kerala. And this is just nonsensical football right now. 10-0 and you add on 5 minutes. I just can't wrap my head around this. I really can't. Throw in for Lakhshadweep. Cleared away by Kerala. Here come Lakhshadweep again. Cross coming in, easy enough for the goalkeeper. And, well, supposedly 1 minute left in this game, but we know, because of that injury, the referee is going to add an extra few minutes, isn't he? I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Really, I'll be surprised. Ball now for Kerala again. There's no sense in doing this right now. There really isn't. Really is no sense in this. Program lead is 10, but that doesn't mean rules should be changed. The rules are discretionary to the referee. In Germany, if you're leading by more than 5 goals, the referee doesn't even give added on time. He just blows the whistle. How many times have you seen a referee blow the whistle a minute 90 or minute 91? Because it's like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9-0. This is just adding on to the pain. It really is. And we play on. Just see what I mean? Why? Why? Referee's finally had a look at his watch. And he blows for a foul, not even for the full-time whistle. End of the game. 10-0. 6 unnecessary minutes that everyone has wasted in their lives. Kerala 10, Lakhshadweep 0. Ashsal, Naseeb, Sajish with a hat-trick, Rishad, Ghani, and Musharraf. So that's the end of this Friday game. 10-1 for Railways against Pondicherry. 10-0 for Kerala against Lakshadweep. It's been a day of tens all round. Till Sunday, take care, stay safe, and God bless you.